All right, guys, another Monday. That means another review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's time. It's episode 4, and there's only 2 episodes left, man. Only two
Cannot
episodes.
believe that it's been an entire week already. Cannot believe it's been an entire month of Falcon and Winter Soldier already. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy.
It's almost over. It feels like it just started.
Exactly. It feels like WandaVision kind of just started to me. Gosh,
These
it's
shows
so
go
great
by
to have
quick.
some Marvel content.
But what an
Yeah,
episode. What an episode.
yeah.
This, ep-
Like, give me your general impressions. Like,
this
give me that.
episode, and honestly, might be my favorite episode so far.
Mm.
I don't know what it was, but this episode it had so much stuff like going on. Like you have the Wakandans chasing Zemo. You have Walker is in the serum, especially what Walker does at the end. Like, and then you have the whole Carly stuff. It kind of feels like they're going back on what they did in the last episode, where like they kind of blew up the building to make it seem like oh she's the bad guy, but now like they went back and be like okay maybe she's not the bad guys, and I kind of like how they're redoing that. This episode was
I'm
great.
for Carly, man. I'm still to me after just her bombing that place. To me, I now know her what her character is, especially from what that conversation that she had with Sam. I know what her character is, and you know how teenage girls are like. They want to be activists and political, and they want to get into most of the activist stuff, but they never know. Like they don't have any experience of it. Like when some people want to get into the Black Lives Matter movement, but they barely have any experience in that world. They just want to get onto it because they feel like it's a trend that they got to hop on that train. To me, Carly comes off as one of those teenage girls that thinks she knows what she's doing, but she's not doing it the right way. And that's one of the things that I like about the conversation that she had with Sam was because Sam has had experience with this type of stuff. He's talked to veterans about this type of stuff. He's also a black man, a black superhero in America. So he can kind of get a lot of experience of this. But Carly still comes off as just that teenage girl that just feels like she knows everything, but in actuality, she knows nothing.
I really
But
did
that's
like
just
that conversation with Sam talking to Carly because it really did to me. It felt like a parent talking down to a child. How like he tricked her into saying like she'll kill them all if he has to, and he's like, oh wow. Like I did like the dynamic between him and Carly, and I do see what they're going with for Carly now. How her and Sam's goals align, but like Sam doesn't agree with the way they're fighting it. So I am excited now because of what this episode did for Carly. Instead of and the last episode really she just made it like this language is the only violence is the only languages people understand, and I really hate when that's a motivation for villains. I was like, well, they use violence, so we're gonna use violence. Like it's
but
pretty
again,
stupid.
Carly up to this point, man, I'm gonna be blunt. I trust Zemo and John Walker. I feel more sympathetic to John Walker than I do for Carly. And they try to make Carly more sympathetic in this episode. I didn't feel any sympathy for her at
I
all.
didn't really get. I just felt like they try to make Carly more like understandable, sympathetic. But the
Yeah,
John Walker though,
again,
I do feel bad for John Walker. Like
I mean, yeah, like this. I mean, we know he's not Captain America. He's not our Captain America. But at the same time, he got the shield. He has been named Captain America, and to everybody else, they should just respect that.
I pick.
It doesn't matter what you feel like. You should respect. Hey, this guy is Captain America, and that's what the government named him, Captain America. So he's the new Captain America. And throughout this episode, it just felt like they were just stomping on him the entire time.
Like imagine, put yourself in John Walker's shoes. Like you live in the world where great Steve Rogers, like he's pretty much a legend, and the government tells you, all right, you're the new Captain America. Here's his shield. Be Captain America. Like
Mm-hmm.
think like you know how much like pressure and like a pedestal, and then you have everyone. You're not trying to replace him, but everyone's like, oh, you're just trying to be the next Steve. You're just trying to be
But
next Captain America.
and it made it even worse because we have Sam and Bucky just being this way towards him. I get it; he's holding Steve's shield, but at the same
Projecting.
time, he's not being just some dick. He's not saying you guys have to respect me now because I'm Captain America. He's like, no, hey, we should work together to try to get this thing
He's
done.
kind of
Since you
arrogant.
guys were,
Like I do agree, he is
I
kind of
don't,
arrogant. Like with the
I don't see him as arrogant.
in the last episode, he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And in this episode, he tried to like be like to the Dora Milaje, "Hey, Captain America." But that just kind of seems like the generic American stereotype. You know what I mean? Like that's just
Yeah.
like
And,
arrogant, but I don't think that makes him like an evil guy.
and that's also kind of like one of the key differences between Steve Rogers and Captain America. Steve Rogers, he doesn't announce himself as Captain America. He doesn't say Captain America. He's like, I'm Steve Rogers. You know, he's a person first before he's Captain America. But one thing about John is because when you put, like you said, you're given the shield, you're named the
You're
new Captain
told to be
America.
Captain America.
You put on that cowl and that costume with that shield, you feel powerful. That should be powerful to you, especially because this is just one of the greatest heroes in the MCU in this universe to them. You feel powerful, so of course you're going to announce yourself as Captain America. So like I said, I feel very sympathetic for John Walker.
I really felt for him when like you kind of see him like looking at himself like, dang, I couldn't even beat two people that weren't even super soldiers.
Yep.
And then, okay, we got to talk about his kill at the end. Okay, his kill, I'm not saying it was a good thing. Like it was like the kill was messed up, but you got to think at this point he has the serum in his head. He just watched his best friend get brutally murdered by thrown against the wall. And you gotta think he's gonna lash out at the first person he sees. People are saying like this guy was innocent, like he was unarmed, surrendering.
What? He was a terrorist.
You gotta
I
think
find that kill to be justified.
he was
To be honest.
complicit. He was complicit in the bombing that killed literally a father of two. So
Yep.
what do you think?
Yep.
The shield, like it, yeah, it sucks to see the shield used that way because it's a shield. It's not supposed to be used as an attacking weapon.
Another key difference, another key difference, how Captain America almost did the exact same thing to Iron Man, but instead he disabled
Bucky killed how many people? Bucky killed how many people? People support him. I think people are hating on John Walker right now because they're projecting onto him was like this dude is trying to replace Cap.
Yeah, and all the people out there that's like, actually Wyatt Russell, he's a cool guy. Like, you guys are sending death threats to the man. Like,
my own father hates Walker. Like I tried to argue with him about I was like, I don't think he's that guy. Like the kill, dude, I'm interested to see where he goes from now.
Not gonna lie, I feel like the government is not gonna get mad at him for it.
Yeah, they're probably gonna cover it up. I do feel like they're gonna cover it up.
I don't think they're gonna cover it up. I think this guy's a terrorist.
They're gonna play like they're gonna play on like Captain America saves Riga by killing terrorists.
Is that like listen? He killed a terrorist that was complicit in the bombing. That was also complicit in the death of another U.S. agent.
Yeah, but I think
Hoskins is a U.S. Not a U.S. agent, but he is a military person. He is a part of the U.S. government.
The Captain America
they just killed an official.
Though. Like I don't think there's any way for the Captain America mantle to come back from some dude getting beat to death in broad daylight. I mean, it was justified. I don't think he was wrong in doing it. I think he was wrong in maybe going over the top like that, like just brutalizing him. But I don't think the kill was wrong. To me, right now, John Walker is the most interesting character to me. Because I really do feel bad for him. Like, you see him talking about the Medal of Honor where he said, I got 3 medals of excellence for the worst day of my life. You know how many lives we could have saved if we had that serum? So I understand John. I understand his frustration with everyone not listening to him. Everyone treating him as if he's just trying to usurp Captain America. And the kill, that was just... I think that was just a result of the serum and him snapping. Like, how would you feel if you just saw your best friend that you fought with however many years just dead in front of you, just immediately gone, no last words or anything?
Dead. I like Hoskins. Hoskins was always the voice of reason on John Walker's shoulder. Like every time when he would rage out or something, like Hoskins would be like, "Hey,
my
man."
bad.
Wow.
Keep going.
But he'd be like, "Hey, man, calm down. We should just hear him out, and stuff like that." And I like that dynamic between those two. But now, man,
just the John way Walker, he died too. Like, it was instant. Like, it was so.
It was real.
Yeah.
When we watch those movies, we see like characters get flown back all the time, and they always get up and be fine.
Hoskins is just a dude.
Yeah. He hits a pillar, bam, he's dead. Like that's the real world.
Everyone stops, even the flag smashers, because I feel like now they're trying to make the flag smashers more revolutionaries instead of bombing terrorists. Like everybody in that room was like, "Oh."
But to some people they're revolutionaries. To some people they're terrorists. It just comes off as that perspective.
Like
Yeah,
you
and
just bombed that building with the dude, like multiple people in it.
bro, and what made me mad was when, like, I'm not mad at the show boy about it, but what made me mad was like when she said that these are the only language these people understand. Her buddy gets her buddy is just dead, like no more with that shield, and she's just standing there all scared and shook. I'm like, yeah, that's the only language you understand, right? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Like, keep playing.
Right,
And
right.
and then to me, I'm like, hey, John Walker, you did a good thing. That was a terrorist. I don't
He
care.
did a good thing,
Like,
but in a bad way, in my
yeah, I
opinion.
mean, and like
You
that
don't get to blow up a
smashing the
building
dude.
of people one day and then the next day be like, it wasn't me, it wasn't me.
That's
But right now, I'm
no,
kind of
that's
on the edge of the flag smashers. Like last week's episode, I was like, oh yeah, these dudes are evil. But now I'm kind
yeah.
of not so sure because like I do like their message. I understand, like I
Hmm.
do understand it. But like it's like Sam said, the way they're fighting it, I can't get
Yeah.
behind that.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't, side with the Flash Masters right now. I'm more along the lines of like John Walker and Sam and Bucky and stuff like that. But I mean, maybe the last two episodes can turn me around. What do you think? Like, who do you think the power broker is, though? Like, I'm kind of thinking it's Sharon.
I don't think it's
I'm
Sharon. I don't think I think Sharon works for the power broker. I honestly
I'm leaning
have no
I'm leaning towards
guesses.
Sharon though.
Some people are saying it's Arnim Zola. Like I don't know. I've
Uh,
Thaddeus Ross, maybe. I have no clue who the Power Broker be.
uh,
And honestly, I think the
yeah,
Power Broker might just be like a red herring villain. I don't know.
maybe, but oh yeah, that Thaddeus Ross thing, throw that out. Not gonna lie. Why would it be him? He's a Senate. He's in the Senate. Why?
Hey man, we've seen what happened to people in the Senate in the Marvel universe. How many
Which
good guys are
universe?
left?
How many stay
I have to
back
stay.
left?
But
But
yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know. I got no thoughts on the Power Broker.
I'm guessing that is Sharon though. But I mean, Sharon is
For
like
these
the
last two
highest one.
episodes, I really want to see more of the battle that John Walker's gonna have to deal with. Like he just killed the dude like in broad day. Like we know the context behind it, but the world, they're just gonna see some 20-second clip of Captain America bashing some. Like imagine seeing that on Twitter tomorrow morning.
All they're gonna hear is it wasn't me. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, I didn't even smash it. I didn't even smash him that hard.
Like, Walker, I think this is gonna send him on the spiral. But I mean, I hope he comes through in the end. I do think Walker
Yeah,
will
they
come out on the right side.
but I just realized who the power broker is, dude.
Hmm. Mephisto.
Mephisto. Yeah,
Mm.
it's Mephisto. It's gotta be Mephisto, bro. It gotta be either Mephisto or Quicksilver or maybe X-Men. Who knows? Could be Wolverine, Professor X, maybe the power broker. But I mean, for me, I don't think this episode might be my favorite. It's probably gonna take me a couple more rewatches. If I watch the whole series as a
This
whole,
episode,
then
it's
it may be.
for one of my favorites. This
Yeah,
this episode was great.
because I still love number four. Like number four episode was pretty good. I know a lot of people didn't like number four, like not episode four, episode
Yeah,
three. I keep
episode 3.
yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like three, but I
I
I
liked
kind of
episode
like
3,
three.
but rewatching it felt kind of slow.
Slow. I mean, yeah, this one felt like it was more. It was pushing the story forward, whereas that one was like, yeah, we're still in investigation mode. But
Yeah,
then again, we only have two more episodes left, and the intrigue just kicked in. Like literally after this episode,
I
I'm
don't know.
like,
I've
oh my
been
god, now
intrigued
I
the whole
want to see.
time,
I haven't loved.
but
I
the thing is, I
listen. I
haven't really been looking to be intrigued because to me, it's not a mystery. It's not a mystery in the
but
that WandaVision was, but that's just me.
but to me, the purpose of a show is like get you hyped up or ready for like the next episode. I mean, besides the CW shows, they're just like
Hey, I'm hyped.
shows
I'm
now.
hyped for the next
But
episode.
for this, I'm like, at the end of this episode, I'm like, okay, great. Now I want to see the next episode. But for the past 3 weeks, I've been like, okay, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is here. Let's move on to the next episode. But now I'm like, okay, I want to see what's going on. Like, we're gonna get the
Yeah,
power
that's how
broker
I've been
next
the whole
episode.
time. Dude,
I
seeing
haven't,
Captain
man.
America bashing the freaking stomach of a Captain America fan, that's got me intrigued.
Cause
That's,
I mean, I haven't. It's to me. I mean, WandaVision just had the more intriguing thing because like I don't know what was going on, so I wanted to watch the next episode to find out. Okay, what's going on? Like what's going on as the story unfolded. This We've been in investigation mode for 4 weeks. This is the first episode
What
that had
has me
actually pushed the
intrigued with this show is
story
the
forward.
characters. The characters are what have me intrigued. I want to see what happens to. I want to see, is Falcon gonna end up as Captain America? What's Bucky doing? How's John Walker gonna end up? What's Carly Morgenthau's significance? That's what's kept me coming back for this show. I think the characters in the show are great.
Not Carly. No,
I like Carly.
Carly's not great to
I
me.
actually do like
I
Carly.
I did like her, man, and not gonna lie, this episode it almost made me like her, but then she started when she after I watched episode 3, and then she was like, this is the only language these people understand, and then now she's getting shot at by Zemo. Now she's all scared and trying to run and stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, what are you now? Like, what type of character are you
She
now?
wasn't scared. She was taking cover from a dude with a gun.
Yeah, and she's still scared. She was looking back, and then she was like, huh, "You have the super soldier serum. Easily, you could kill Zemo if you want to. I mean, Cap could."
He still has a gun. Cap almost got taken down. Remember when Bucky shot him in the stomach at Winter Soldier?
Yeah, and he healed.
Yeah, but he was still
Yeah,
down.
and he healed.
Was still
but
down.
he was still kicking though.
No, he wasn't, bro. He was getting beaten.
Wasn't he not?
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
He wasn't
yes,
kicking. He was getting beat
he
in the
was.
face.
Bro, he was on top of Bucky, and he was like, "You're my mission." That's how
That's bad. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
That's what Carly should have been like. But I mean, if you like Carly, man, more power to you. But hopefully, episode 5 might win me over with Carly. But after her threatening Sam's family, I'm like, okay, I got no respect for you.
Episode 5. I want to see an episode mainly focused on John Walker. I feel like that's what we're gonna get.
That's what I was thinking after this episode. I was like, oh my god, next episode is gonna be all about John Walker. But
like,
again,
dude,
I don't think so.
Like when he was looking at Lamar, you could literally see the snap. Like he just like shook his head in the most like dead way. He was like, okay, it's time to kill.
Homelander. That's
he
when
jumped
I text
out
you,
that
I was
window.
Like, yep. Dude, and it felt like straight silence when he jumped out the window. All you heard was the glass.
The music, like it was just kept rising.
It was the Winter Soldier theme. Yeah, it was the Winter Soldier theme.
It kept rising. Dude, he just like puts the shield, like he looks like he's in a trance. Puts the bloodied shield back on, looking around at everyone.
And then the episode ends like that. I honestly, just me talking about it, I'm ready to see where this goes. Like, obviously, John Walker has to die, right?
Right now, John Walker's my most interesting character. He's my favorite character of the show right now.
I gotta say,
second was Zemo.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. John, Zemo, and Bucky, three greatest characters in the show right now. And I can't wait to see how they end this off, man. Hopefully they end it off pretty good.
They've been consistent with the length, though, and I give them props for that. Last 2 episodes were both 53 minutes.
I give them props for that. Maybe what if next week's episodes are like 65 minutes, like an hour and 5 minutes?
Dude, I would love that. I just do.
Because every episode keeps rising. Because like the first 2 episodes, that was the first act, so that was 49 minutes. The middle 2 episodes are 53 minutes. What if the last 2 episodes are like over an hour?
That would be the best.
That would actually be cool.
I would freaking love that.
The last 2 episodes are like just like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, like
they're meant to be watched back to back.
Dude, and that's one thing I wanted to say. These episodes, like, they can be watched back to back. Like, they feel like one continues right where the other picks off. And I really do love that. It makes rewatching it feel like it really does feel like a 6-episode movie.
Yeah, and that's what they said they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm so glad that we actually got WandaVision before this one. Because, I mean, how well was WandaVision going to do after this
Glad
show?
we got WandaVision before this, because now we got something to wash the taste out of our mouth with. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Nice. Good job. I don't know what you want me to say. Honestly, I believe
wasn't
John
me.
Walker's gonna. That's gonna be a meme. We gotta write that down. That gotta be a meme. It wasn't me.
You think it wasn't my mother?
It wasn't me. I believe you.
That's funny.
Yeah. I believe John Walker may die.
I feel like he is too. I'm kind of feeling like he's gonna have a moment where he comes through in the end. I know.
He may have a heroic
I
death.
feel like one of my friends told me that like he thinks that Carly is gonna team up with Bucky and Falcon, and they're gonna team up against Walker, or all four of them, like Bucky, Falcon, Walker, and Carly, gonna team up against the Power Broker. I don't know.
Hmm. I would replace Carly with Zemo. I feel like Zemo would fit in nice with that crowd,
Yeah,
and then
Zemo's
because
already kind of
Zemo
doing
doesn't
that.
like super soldiers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I feel like
but
he
I'm
just
loving
escaped because
Zemo, man.
like he knows they were gonna send him back to the Wakandans.
Yeah, that, but also they still need him. They still
Yeah,
need him. They don't know what they're doing. They still need him.
I
So
like what
he
they're
still
doing with
has
Zemo though.
a significant.
So he's
Yeah,
kind of
he's pretty cool.
yeah. Like I mean,
He's really awesome.
he was one of the best like Marvel villains even before the show.
You thought so?
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
Zemo was great.
Only until after Infinity War did I think that, because I was like, oh my god, this guy broke up the
Yeah,
Avengers without even
he's
throwing
the
a punch.
he destroyed some dude in glasses. He destroyed the Avengers.
Yep,
I like
that
Zemo.
was. Oh, but dude, there's so much to talk about. But I want to keep this short. But like the Dora Milaje, that Wakandan opening sequence, I think that was one of the best moments in the show, man. That
That really
opening
was a
Wakanda
powerful
theme
moment.
with Bucky. Oh my god, Sebastian Stan! I did not know that he can emote like that as
And
Bucky.
also, I kind of felt sad like when Io disabled his arm, like the way he looked at her. I was
He
like,
felt
wow,
betrayed.
you guys never even trusted me, did you? I don't
Yeah,
know what
he
she
felt
said. She
betrayed.
said something to him in Wakandan after that. I don't know what she said. Subtitles didn't say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She probably said
I don't
something
know. I
along the
don't
lines
remember.
of like what is given can be taken away.
Ooh,
Yeah, like
that's not.
that felt
It's not
cold.
kind of evil.
That felt cold.
Yeah, that kind of sounds pretty evil. Did you know
Mm-hmm.
she could do that? No. Dang, he felt betrayed. Like, ugh. But like, yeah,
this
man.
episode, like it was great. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
bad I can say about this episode.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, except for the fact that the intrigue is just now getting to me, but that's just my negative. You know, you have your own little positives and negatives and stuff like that. But yeah, Dora Milaje, John Walker, Hoskins' death, the conversation between Sam and Carly, the action is always great here, and just the best scene. Well, one of the best scenes inside of the show is that opening sequence in Wakanda. It made me feel like T'Challa may show up. Like when they walked into that room, I thought, oh snap, T'Challa might walk through. But no, they're not doing that.
Yeah,
But yeah, comment
I'm
down
just
below, guys. What did you think of the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode? Do you have any closing thoughts?
uh nah, man. There's only 2 episodes left, and there's even more balls in the air now. You have Zemo, the Wakandans, Falcon and Bucky, Carly, John Walker, the Power Brokers, Sharon. There's only two
The Shield
episodes left.
Legacy, the Shield Legacy Cap, bro. Actually, another theory that I've heard, Zemo may become the Power Broker, because what if it's passed down? So maybe Zemo could become the Power Broker,
I
and
also
also
I have a
what?
theory. I have a theory. So you know those scenes in the trailers we saw of Falcon and Bucky with the shield. I feel like
Yeah, I
those
think
might be
that's at
like the
the end of the
closing.
episode. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
feel like those might be
and then
like the
he's like, we
closing
look.
things of the season.
That's what I was thinking too when they're like at the house in Louisiana and stuff like that. Because now I know where their house is at. They're in Louisiana. I mean, they're at like Falcon and his sister's house, so I know where their
I
house
feel
is
like
at
those
now.
stuff might be the closing scene because I really just don't see like
Yeah,
them getting the shield right now.
especially because when they started off the series, they weren't together. So I was like, oh, well, that's probably coming in later, and then it hasn't come yet. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's at the end of the episode. That's at the end of the series.
I feel like
So
it's gonna close with them like doing the little like a good job.
yeah, most likely it will. I put money on that. Not gonna lie. But another theory that I heard was that Sharon is working for Cap or something like that. Like Sharon is working for
Yeah, they
Steve.
still gotta show
Not
Cap.
gonna lie,
They
I
still gotta
kind of
show
believe that a
Steve.
little bit.
They're
Not gonna lie, I kind of believe that a little bit.
I don't know how
But
they show Steve, but I know they have to. They have to.
yeah. But what's your tier? What's your letter score?
Tier, honestly, dude, this episode's an S. And I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. This episode was great.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Same with
chilling
you.
out for
S
this
10
one.
out of 10.
I'm,
Yep, S 10 out of 10.
this was to me this might be the best episode of the season so far. And dude, these episodes
Yeah,
have
I
been
mean,
up for the past 4 weeks. I have
you
nothing but
said
high
what?
hopes for 5 and 6.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, I mean, episode 4 is still kind of my favorite. I like
This
what
was
episode
episode 4.
5 did. No, episode 3. I get them mixed up. The series is so short now. Like, but yeah, episode 3, I kind of like that one a little bit more than this one, mainly because of that little underground crime place. But this one was actually pretty great. It was pretty great, and it's a long running trend with WandaVision episodes 4 and 5 being good. So hopefully 4 and 5 of this series is gonna be good also. So I can't wait to see what this does. But check out my channel, SDUBnation. And the links are down in the description below to the MCU rankings and also the MCU regular podcast reviews. And also we have all of our other WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier reviews and the links in the description if you put them there. And with that being said, we will see you all next time.